Namaste. Good morning. Namaste, Gopal Priya. Namaste, all the Koshboras. Welcome to the 41st day of this 13th batch of morning session.
जी. So namaste everyone. Welcome all in this morning session. So we are practicing self-observation with self-awareness. The purpose of this exercise is to be aware of ourselves all the time, every moment, because we want to be happy every moment, and happiness lies in ourselves. So it is our decision that makes us happy or unhappy. So it is important to be aware of ourselves, what decision I am taking, what is going on. So that's why we are doing this exercise. So let me briefly sum up the steps discussed so far. So step one is simple but very important. So in step one, we are saying nothing to do. So we need not to do anything in step one. What is required only to be aware, to observe. So to be aware means where my focus is, where my attention is at this moment. Once I am clear that I am observing, my focus is on my imagination, then we are observing what is going on in our imagination. We are observing without evaluating it, without interrupting it, without manipulating it. So in short, nothing to do, just observe only. So we are trying to observe. So if we can observe ourselves without any reaction, we can see that I can be in a state of pure observer, where I can see my imagination without getting affected from it. So basically, there is a high level of activity where I can be, from where I can observe my lower level activities without getting affected from it. But when we react, it means I am not at the state of pure observer. Now I am a part of my imagination. So once I am part of my imagination, so it is difficult. It is difficult not to get affected from it. So if I am part of my imagination, so accidentally I may be happy, I may not be happy. Now it depends on the flow of my imagination. If something is going on good, I may feel comfortable, happy. If something is not going on good, I may not feel happy or comfortable. So my happiness and happiness will be very indefinite if I am part of the imagination. So anytime I can be unhappy, anytime I can be happy, because now I am a part of imagination. So through step one, we are practicing that is it possible to see imagination without getting affected from it. Scope is there, available. Scope is there, ability is there. But am I aware of this choice? If I am aware of this choice, then I am not bound to flow with my imagination. In short, I am not bound to be happy and happy randomly. So in that sense, this step one is very important. So through step one, we are exploring, do we have any choice? So in that sense, step one is very important. Then in step one, when I am not reacting, I can see feeling at the base. Whatever is going on in our imagination, there is a feeling at the base. Now I need to evaluate the feeling. So in step 2, we are evaluating the feeling. Is it natural for me or not? Is it in accordance with human nature or not? Would I like its continuity or not? So we are just evaluating it. We are not giving any argument. So if it is not natural to me, so I am not trying to run away from it. If it is natural for me, I am not trying to continue it. We are just evaluating it. We are not going to make any program with this feeling, whether it is natural or unnatural. We are just evaluating, is it natural or not? Then in step 3, we are seeing impact of the feeling that I have at this moment. So we are seeing its impact on my state of being. So whenever there is a feeling which is natural, now what is its impact on me? Um, do I feel comfortable or uncomfortable with this natural or unnatural feeling? Whenever there is a feeling that is accordance to human nature, now I am seeing its impact. Am I in harmony with this feeling or in contradiction? So whenever I am able to evaluate that this feeling is natural for me, now I am seeing its impact. Am I in a state of happiness or in a state of unhappiness? So this is what we are doing in step 3. Now in step 4, we are seeing who decides this feeling. So whatever feeling is going on in me at this moment, who is deciding? Is it because of some outside situation, some because of behavior of someone, or it is me who has decided this feeling? So for example, someone is talking you in nonsense manner. He is not using proper words, or he is abusing, and I am in opposition. So now I need to check my opposition is because of his nonsense, because of his language, because of his body language, because of his reaction, opposition, or it is because of my decision. That we need to check. Similarly, if a person is behaving nicely, appreciating me, speaking politely, now I am feeling comfortable. Is it because of his behavior, his politeness, his body expression, or it is my decision? So that we need to explore in both case. If I am comfortable, then also we need to check. Uncomfortable, then also we need to check. Because we want to be happy all the time, and our happiness depends on the feeling that is going on at this moment. So if I want to be happy all the time, so I need to check why I am unhappy at this moment. My intention is to be happy, but what has happened that is making me unhappy? So this other person's behavior has changed my imagination, or I have decided to change the feeling because of other person's behavior. That we need to check. So this is what we are practicing from step 1 to 4. So let's take few sharing on the assignment, what we have explored till now.
Namaste भैया. Namaste everyone. Bhaiya, while doing this exercise, the part 1, I could observe that complaint part, if it is going on in the mind level, I could observe it and pause myself because of non right moment. or conducive environment at present, so that complaint part was not there in expression. And in but the judgment was continuously there, uh, thinking that it's a mm, guiding part is not happening. Mm, that I could see for the first part. And the second part, Bhaiya, it was asked whether the outside person, situation, or the self is influencing. In that, I could see that, Bhaiya, that it is said that initially it is information, and while exploration and knowingly, that is the other part. First is the information part, and the other part is the knowing part. When it comes into living, there I could, while doing this observation assignment, I could see, Bhaiya, that the things, the decision is obviously is by the self, but that is influenced by the prabhav. It's like, it is coming from the logical mind. It is not an innate nature, I could see that, but just because the information is there that I have to be happy uh, uh, in continuation, but it was not knowing. Matlab, it was not a natural acceptance, because the situation is comes that moment that the opposition is felt. And to just because that because of, I could see that information is there, no, I should not get carried away. So the effort is being taken, like the conscious decision is taken to be happy and avoid the situation at this moment. Maybe later on, whenever it is the right moment to convey, that time it will be conveyed. That this I could observe while doing, while any contradictions or any oppositions. This was my feeling, Bhaiya. It should have come as an innate, but I could see it is not happening at natural acceptance. Whatever acceptance is there by the logical mind, but it is the decision of the self which I could observe it, Bhaiya. Yes, Bhaiya.
Ji, ji. So it is good that you are able to see ultimately decision is being taken by me.
Yes.
So I have calculated many things in the past, and I have accepted that for this situation we need to behave like this. So for example, we have accepted that if someone speaks loudly,
Mm,
we should speak more loudly. Otherwise, the other person will dominate
mm,
me. So this is what we have accepted.
mm,
So we have accepted it. So if someone speak loudly, now due to this acceptance, I take decision.
mm,
So I start speaking loudly. So somewhere in our consciousness, some decisions are working.
mm. Yes.
Maybe we are not aware at this moment, but in our unawareness, I have accumulated this kind of decisions.
Mm,
And so
mm,
suppose our child is speaking loudly. Now it is not acceptable to us because we have stored this decision that child cannot talk like this because we are parents. We can talk like this. We can
mm,
speak loudly, we can shout, but child
mm,
is not supposed to do because he is child. So because this decision acceptance is stored in me, so whenever child speaks loudly, immediately opposition comes.
mm,
So it is coming out because of my acceptance that child cannot speak or child are not allowed to speak like this.
mhm.
So this decision maybe I have not taken at this moment, but this decision I have stored in past. So whenever there is a situation outside, it triggers my acceptance, and due to that acceptance, thought is spread into our mind, and it
Mm.
reflect in behavior. So many times we think later after the event why it has happened, why I was shouting.
Mm.
It could be better that I kept quiet. But that moment I could not see what is happening because of there is a deep acceptance for that situation. Acceptance means now it is my decision. So this is how we are triggered many times in a day. With different situation, we triggered in different manner. And once we trigger, feeling of opposition comes. Once feeling of opposition comes, thoughts to oppose other is spread in our mind. And once there is a thought of opposition, now it is difficult to see what is natural acceptance,
Mm.
because those thoughts have dominated my imagination, have covered my natural acceptance.
Yeah, it is. I could see is other way around. Like
Hmm.
the trigger is there, and I have paused myself, and I could see the comfort at that moment and happiness also at that moment. But when the time passes, then that thought comes into mind that it has come from that conscious effort of pausing and not as a natural acceptance. Uh, uh, yeah, I could
So
convey it.
this is our decision. Whenever there
Hmm.
is a situation that is not conducive, take a
Mm-hmm.
pause.
Yes, yes.
But what to do with that pause, we are not clear. So we
Huh.
took pause and we suppress the feelings at that moment.
Yes.
And later on, I am not able to handle that feeling. That's why that opposition comes out.
Later on, that feeling comes, Bhaiya, how I should be putting it in a different way.
So
You know?
you are convincing yourself.
Yes, yes.
Later on, we are convincing ourselves.
But it is not coming immediately, Bhaiya. That thing which happens in such a span of time, na, within seconds, that time is only the self is guiding to stop, to we pause. That is what I'm asking, Bhaiya.
We have
How
practiced
is it?
it.
Okay.
We have practiced it in the past to
Mm.
to respond this situation in this manner. For
Mm.
example, many people start counting 1 to 10.
Okay.
Whenever someone is shouting, they start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
So what is happening now? Their attention is diverted,
Acha, okay.
but later on, they
Mm.
feel intense opposition. Then they try to convince themselves.
Mm. Okay.
So if I am taking pause and evaluating at this moment, what is my feeling? Is it
Mm.
naturally acceptable to me or not?
Mm.
Then there is a possibility that it make me relax. If I am not evaluating it, only pausing it,
Mm-hmm.
then I will convince myself later. So taking pause is good if after taking pause, I am becoming aware what is happening, what is my feeling, who is taking decision. If these steps are going on in
Mm-hmm.
that duration of pause,
Okay.
then we will be able to resolve it.
Right. Bhaiya.
Otherwise, I am avoiding the accident,
Mm-hmm.
avoiding situation from my side. So one person is shouting. So taking pause is a trick that at least I am not shouting.
Yes,
But
Bhaiya.
what we are doing during that pause, that is important.
Mm-hmm. Because it is coming from the person's, like it is already there in the information is already there, and then sanskar, it is already there in sanskar also, that's why I think it is, the preconditioning is taking place before
Ji.
that. Okay, Bhaiya. Thank you, Bhaiya. Understood. Thank you. Namaste.
So we need to be aware what is going on at this moment. So am I resolving it, or am I trying to shift temporarily from that situation? So for example, many people tell whenever you are in problem, think positive. So think in this manner that it will happen good. Now it is not resolving our fear. It is not resolving our feeling of opposition. It is not resolving our lack of relationship. It is shifting myself from the current state. So my current state is that I am in fear. I am having lack of relationship. Now think positive. What it is doing is shifting from my current state to another thought. So think positive or take pause. We can reframe these steps. Take pause and think naturally. What is natural acceptable to me? So be aware, take pause and think naturally. Whatever is going on at this moment, is it naturally acceptable to me? And ultimately, who is taking this decision? So this is very important step. Step number 4. Whatever methodology we have taken, either we have taken pause or we have thinking positive, at least we should be aware who is taking this decision. So if I am taking decision, then this pause will not help. Actually, I need to evaluate my decision so that from now for future, this decision I may correct it. So decision is being taken by me. And other person can trigger me. I am getting triggered because of my acceptance. So I need to evaluate my acceptance. So that is to be happen. That is supposed to be happen. Okay. So let's take one more sharing. If anyone has.
नमस्ते
Namaste
भैया
भैया.
नमस्ते नमस्ते
जी.
सभी को भैया now only as you are talking about thinking of positive it is good na भैया thinking of positive it is same as referring to natural acceptance I am comfortable na भैया that decision is good only
If positive means
But
natural acceptance, then it is okay. Means some my preconditioning, then it is not okay.
is it not by default it is good भैया मतलब positive thing it will bring me in harmony
No, भैया. We need to define positive. Positive means whatever is aligned with reality. Whatever is aligned with my natural acceptance. If I am aware that this is positive, then it is okay. Otherwise, a thief, when he enters into a house of someone to steal something, he goes very positively. A militant, when he attacks, he comes with very positive mind that I will do my action without any fail. So we need to contemplate what is positive. A corrupt person is doing corruption with very positive mind.
okay.
So what is positive? So there are 3 options: be positive, be negative, be natural. So my negative, your negative may conflict. In fact, my negative may impact myself also. My positive, your
Yes
positive may conflict. But what is natural for me, what is natural for you will be same.
Okay.
So if positive means naturally aligned, then it is okay.
Okay. It is subjective then, Bhaiya. Positive, subjective matter.
Now, but after understanding, the positive will be what is naturally acceptable to us. But now everyone's positive is different,
Yeah, yeah.
and this positive creates conflicts. So you
Got
are
it.
thinking for the growth of your child in one manner, your
Yes.
wife is thinking from another manner, and both are positive.
Yeah, yeah.
Both are thinking positively,
Yes.
but we are not able to make a common program
Yes.
because we think that my positive is more positive. So natural is natural. It is not more or less. So that we need to check, भैया.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Got it. Thank you.
जी भैया जी. नमस्ते भैया. So it's 6:05. So let's take 10-minute observation. Keep your body loose. Don't stress your body. Don't stress your brain. Don't stress your eyes. Sit comfortably. Be aware where your attention is. It is outside. It is on your body. It is your imagination. Wherever your attention is, just accept it. Don't force yourself immediately to come to your imagination. Just be aware where my focus is and keep reminding yourself that ultimately I need to be aware of myself. So naturally our focus will shift from outside to inside, and whenever focus is inside in your imagination, observe it as it is. Observe it, evaluate it, and see who is taking decision. During observation, if our focus is shifting outside, so again, be aware that my focus has shifted to outside. And let the focus come naturally back. Once you are back and you are observing shifting within your imagination from one content to another content, from one event to another event, just be aware that my object of focus has been changed. Don't try to ask question why it has shifted. What was the reason? Just be aware, accept wherever you have landed in your imagination. Just accept, keep observing. If you had shifted 100 times, be aware 100 times and keep observing. Gradually, you will be able to see feeling. Once you are able to see feeling, evaluate it. If you are not able to see feeling, don't force yourself to see the feelings. Let it happen naturally. Once you are aware that I am observing my imagination, not flowing with my imagination. So be aware. Now I am at the state of pure observer. That's why I can see imagination without getting affected. If you are getting affected, don't react that I need to come the state of pure observer. Keep observing it. So this is how we need to practice it. So let's do for 10 minutes, then we will come back. जी जी नमस्ते सभी को. So let's come back and we can share what has happened with you during this 10 minutes. जी. So if anyone wants to share this 10 minutes experience, what you are able to observe, what you could observe, how many times we jumped from inside to outside, outside to inside. Were we able to see this shifting from one object to another object? Did we find any moment when I observed our imagination without getting affected from it? Could we find any moment when we were able to see the feeling? Anything that you could experience, you can share here. Namaste भैया.
जी भैया, नमस्ते नमस्ते सभी को.
जी.
भैया, after a long gap, means I was out of station from my place here in Nagpur. So whatever be my pending works were there. So during this was the chance for last 10 minutes. I was summarizing whatever is to be done. But I thought this is all coming earlier. It was feeling like that it is coming automatically. But now with this practice, I can see that whatever is urgent for me and remaining in this state, that is the real state of happiness. So whatever is possible, so my imagination went there. What is the work pending in the college? What is the work pending in the home? But no, not a single point I could see that it was irritating me. Earlier it was there. Earlier there was a no, I have done this. So this is very wrong and this. But now with this practice by I can say it is always beneficial. My one point or question is this. So seeing inside means whatever I am doing, is it seeing inside or it is since it is related to the outside world? So please clarify this point. Means I am observing within, but it is all related with my some works. So is it related to outside or am I really doing inside? Ji bhaiya, thank you.
जी भैया. So we are seeing our imagination, and in this imagination there are concerns of outside world.
Ji.
So it is happening in me,
Ji.
but related to some concerns that are outside.
Ji. Ji.
And in fact, if you see technically, somehow I am linked with this concern. That's why I am thinking of this.
Ji bilkul.
You know, many things are happening in this world,
Ji.
but I keep only those things in ourselves that I feel concerned.
I feel concerned. Exactly. Yeah.
So somehow I am concerned with this process or events. That's why it is in my imagination.
Ji bhaiya.
And second thing is, as you shared, that reaction is not happening.
Yeah.
So with this practice, you know,
Mhm.
we will be able to ensure feeling of relationship.
Ji.
And most of the problems are happening because of lack of relationship. So suppose you know, someone in office
Ji.
send some work
Yeah. Online work or message or
online,
something.
offline. You know.
Ji.
So it is not work that is creating reaction.
Yeah.
It is non-acceptance of that person
That person. Yeah.
that creates reaction.
Ji.
And due to this reaction,
Mm-hmm.
we delayed our work also.
Ji.
So once this reaction is resolved, once I am
Mhm.
able to see this feeling of relationship,
Ji.
not for that person, feeling of relationship at this moment, because this feeling makes me happy.
Ji.
So if I am aware that the feeling of relationship is naturally acceptable to me,
Ji.
so I will ensure feeling of relationship. It doesn't matter who is sending the work.
Ji.
So the moment we have feeling of relationship, we will analyze the work in more better manner.
Ji.
So ultimately, this is feeling of relationship.
Ji.
So nice, Priya.
जी भैया, thank you. I just thought whether it is correct. I mean, doing same thing, but if I am doing it happily, so it is continuity of the happiness. Thank you, भैया. Namaste. Namaste
जी,
सभी को.
नमस्ते भैया.
धन्यवाद.
So in step 4, we are trying to see who is deciding. So we are not, or you do not convince yourself that you decide every time. It is true, but don't convince yourself with lot of logic. The moment when you are feeling comfortable, uncomfortable, at that moment you check, it is true for me or not. Am I deciding the feeling that I have at this moment? Just check and see what happens. Suppose, you know, some person comes and your relation is not good with that person. Whenever you see that person, something will start happening in you. Now, whatever is happening, just check, is it my decision to be uncomfortable at this moment? And see what happens. So that we need to check in every interaction. Suppose AC is on and you are feeling comfortable, just check. It is AC that is making me comfortable, or it is my decision. That's why I am comfortable. So we need to check in every interaction. What is the reason of my happiness and unhappiness? What is the reason of my feeling that I have at this moment? It is because of outside event, it is because of behavior of other person, or it is because of my decision. So that we need to check every moment. So once I am able to see that it is me who is taking decision, then two things will happen. Number one, I will be able to see that I am responsible for my happiness and unhappiness because I am taking decision. So the moment you are aware that it is happening because of your decision, so what will be outcome? I will not blame other person for my unhappiness. So I will take my responsibility, that it is my responsibility to correct the decision. So these two things will happen. Number one, whenever I am aware that I have taken decision, so I will take responsibility, my unhappiness. And if I am taking responsibility of my unhappiness, then definitely I will not complain the other person. Now I will say, I am unhappy not because of you, because of my decision. So once I am able to see that it is happening because of my decision, then a need will arise to work on ourselves. If 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 it is happening because of other person, then what will be my need? To correct that person, to make program for that person, to tell that person what is right, what is wrong. If it is my decision, then need will arise to correct myself, to work on myself, to evaluate myself, my decision. So this step is very important. This step decides whether we will move outside or we will move inside. So in that sense, this step is very important. So this step is going to decide my program will be to correct outside world, or my program will be to correct myself. So in that sense, this step is very important. So keep observing, keep practicing it. It's time for Hindi session. So we will continue this discussion tomorrow, but keep continuing this practice. Namaste everyone.